distraction of the kids saying puppy, they're doing great. They are, they're doing awesome. This is just a few minutes of training Joopy and Camel to heel together. And it's important that you notice what I'm doing, when I'm doing this, both dogs are on one side. They're on one side. That way, the dogs they're centered. This nonsense that people think that if one dog's on one side and one dog's on the other side, no, that's dog whisper bullshit. You are not centered. You're gonna get pulled around like a fucking maniac. Each time you get pulled, it sends, you're articulating something to the other dog to pull you. All the leashes are under control. You know, they're not tied up or anything. I can control the dogs easy. It's not a mess. All the leashes are under control. The dogs are under control because the leashes are not a fucking mess. Walk your dogs. It doesn't matter if you have 3 or 5. I've done videos where I have 6, I think, all on one side. That's how it has to be. If you're seeing somebody that has dogs like surrounding them, that's dog whisper stuff. That's not dog training. It's bullshit. You're gonna have problems. All right? Now, Joopy and Cam, let me do this a little bit longer, and then I want to talk about Joopy, because Joopy is sort of aggressive to some dogs, and his mother was asking about like she's thinking about getting another dog. It's a total go. It is. I said get the dog. Let me talk about that in a minute. Let me keep working with them. Kids. I don't dislike kids, but as far as dogs go, it's just like they can be horrible. Like that woman couldn't fucking keep the kid quiet. Puppy, puppy, shut up. You're distracting the dogs. You see what I'm saying? Heel. As I go around the turn, I'm saying heel. Heel, get it, heel. Get it, heel. Come on. Joopy's mom was saying that she was thinking about getting another dog, like, you know, like hypothetically. And I said, yeah, go for it. The Joop's like real good with other dogs. He is pretty good, but he's also can be aggressive. He can do dominant shit that causes aggression. Like he'll try and hump my lab Ike. My lab Ike is 85 pounds, you know? And she said sometimes at the park, she'll see a puppy and Joopy will growl at the puppy. And that's very common. Older dogs don't really like puppies. Now, that's a 6.5-month-old puppy. And Joopy's fine with it. The dog's even leaning on Joopy, and Joopy doesn't give a shit. It's because I'm sending the correct message to the dog. But I know Joopy, and I know that he's dominant. One of the reasons why he has this issue is he stayed with the litter way too long. I think that she got him from the breeder when he was 5 or 6 months old. And you should find a breeder that's going to split them up. Get your puppy in the 7th or 8th week, 9th week. They need to be split up, and if they're going to stay longer, the breeder needs to start splitting them up no later than the 8th week. That's how it is, but most breeders don't because it's too much work. So dogs get this stuff ingrained in these developmental periods, and they end up having these dominant features. It doesn't have to be that way. Get your dog in the 7th, 8th, 9th, or 10th week. If you're getting it after that point, you better find a breeder that has been splitting them up, and most don't. And anybody that's a backyard breeder is not going to split them up. You know, and if they're telling you that the dogs need to stay with the litter longer than the 8th week, that's nonsense. It's nonsense. They need to stay until the 7th week. That's it. And then they need to start being split up. If they're telling you 4 months or so, go find another breeder. It's bullshit. Look at how he's putting up with Caine. But he will start shit. He's like, he's sort of like a bully with male dogs. Like he wants to bully Brewster because Brewster has no testicles. So you know, that's pretty common. Everybody likes Brew, and he likes Brew, but he wants to hump him. Do stuff like that. Humping is something that needs to be, you know, you need to tell the dog not to do that because that'll start a fight. Dogs don't want to be dominated many times, and that'll start a fight. So tell the dog not to hump and send the correct message like I just did, walking them, keeping them at heel. I was telling both dogs, look, I'm in charge. This is how it's going to be. You're gonna heel together. You're gonna heel on the left-hand side. You're gonna do it my way, dogs, and then you don't have any problems. One thing that I told Joopy's mom was that, like, if she got a female dog, there's less apt to be problems. That's for sure. Male and females generally get along. The female's in charge. The male starts, you know, trying to hump. She'll tell the male dog, no, you're not doing that. They only get submissive when they go into heat. It's the truth. That's how it is. Joopy's mom could get a puppy for sure. She could, but she would want, if you get a puppy and you have an older dog, don't leave them alone together. The older dog can kill the puppy. It's a fact. I know so many incidences of this happening. Don't do that. That's not how it works. Don't think, oh, everything's going to be great. They're going to love each other. Their dogs. Yeah, the older dog might kill the puppy. I'm just, you know, don't shoot the messenger. I'm just telling you how it is. When I have, like when Charlie was here, or even Camo, when they were younger and I would have them in the yard with older dogs. Camo's not paying attention. Hang on. Camo, sit. I have the puppies on a leash. No, sit. Knock it off, man. I have the puppies on a leash, making sure that they don't jump on the older dogs like Ike and Tonka. You have an older dog and a puppy off of a leash in your backyard, and you're letting the puppy jump on the older dog and standing around smiling. Isn't that cute? Watch out. If the dog gets hurt, it's going to be your fault. It's a fact. It's going to be your fault. Be very careful. And once the puppy is 4.5, 5 months old, and you've trained it, if you haven't trained it, don't do this, but you can start letting them interact. But you have to have control of the puppy. See how he's sort of stupid compared to Joopy staying at sit? That's age-related. That's all it is. He needs more training. He needs to get older. Your young puppy, like he's 6 months old, it's the equivalent of like a 14-year-old human. They're stupid. They're trolls on the internet. That 14-year-old human that's stupid, when he's 32, won't be as stupid. When he's 20, he's not going to be nearly as stupid. And when he's 18, do you understand what I'm saying? don't expect too much out of the puppy, and if you're thinking that the puppy's supposed to get along with the older dog and you can leave him alone, your older dog might just kill the puppy, and it's not going to be the older dog's fault. It's going to be yours. It is. That's how it is. Get with the program. Joopy, you're a good boy. Joopy's so fucking awesome. He gets along with everybody, but I also monitor the situation. If he's humping Brewster or Ike, I tell him not to. Joopy has a tendency to get along real well with Tonka. No surprise, he gets along with this GSP too. This is a black GSP. You know, I mean, you gotta figure Ike is king. He is king. When he walks around, everybody wants to take the king's throne away. That's Joopy. Joopy wants to be king. He can't be king because I'm really the king. But Ike's status is very high in the pack. It's right underneath Remy, my pigeon. Dude, sit proper. Good, sit. Be very careful with your older dog and your puppy. And trade, if you have multiple dogs, they all heel on the same side like I was doing. And they all need to learn, have proper training. Have the dog fully trained, the puppy, before you start letting them hang out with an older dog. Make sure that the puppy knows not to jump on the older dog. That's a sure way that the puppy's gonna get its ass kicked. And if your older dog isn't trained and you're trying to you're making a mistake too. All dogs need training. Training's for the lifetime of the dog. It is, it's for the lifetime of the dog. These guys are doing awesome, see? Joopy's mom could get a puppy. I just recommend she gets a female, and she needs to train it before she, leave. They can be in the same house, but sort of separated. They're gonna live a long time together. That's my point. They're gonna live a long time together. Take your time. Don't just screw up in the first 2 months and run it for both dogs. You want them to get along. Have them separated. Start introducing them after 4.5 months or something like that, and the puppy has got training. I hope that makes sense. They did good on heel, right? And Joopy's awesome. Look at Joopy. We got to go work with Joop. And Camo, I'm going to buy a bird today for Camo. We're going to start training Joopy to find a bird instead of just bird scents. He'll do it. He'll find it. We put the bird in like a cage type thing, so Camo can't hurt it, and he just goes and finds the bird. That's it. Anyway, that's it. I just wanted to talk about older dogs and puppies. Joopy's awesome, aren't you, Joop? That's one thing that these puppies will do. They'll start licking the older dog's mouth and shit. Don't let them do that. Camo, leave him alone. No, no. He doesn't need to be doing that. That's young puppy stuff. He likes Joop, though. Joop's awesome, and so is Cammy.
Joopy! Cammy!
Here.